What have I learned? I entered high school as a completely different person than I am now. Before high school, I was set on the idea that I would be a hairdresser. I had a path set out for my life, and nothing and no one could stand in my way. I walked into high school completely confident in what I was doing, and yet at the same time, I had no idea what I wanted to do at all. Halfway into my junior year, I came across an obstacle in my path as I met a person who was finally confident enough to tell me that perhaps I was making the wrong decision. Perhaps I had more potential than I was letting myself see, and maybe there was a different path to pursue. Initially, I didn't understand how anyone could possibly know me better than I know myself, so I walked away closed-minded, refusing to explore anything other than what I already intended to do. However, here I am today, planning to pursue a career in biology, as I realize there are greater things in this world that you could find passion in. I have absolutely no idea what I want to do with my life, and as frustrating as that may seem, it is one of the more refreshing things to hear lately. Simply stated, I am doing something now strictly because I enjoy it, and there is currently nothing in it for me besides the overwhelming, most important fact that it just makes me happy. And really, that's all that matters. So I suppose the greatest theme of my life up to this point is that there is great comfort in not knowing what will happen with your life. If your thoughts and aspirations are not challenging your mind and soul, then they are not changing you, and there is always room for improvement. How have I changed? As I just focused a lot on how the student version of myself has changed, I'd like to shift away from that and focus on what has truly been a large contribution to my growth as an individual as I enter the so-called real world. In general, I'd like to say that I have changed a lot over the course of my life, and especially over the course of my 4 years here. So to all of the people who have made an impact on who I am as a person, I thank you. I think that without these people, I would not even be close to where I am today. I'll let you figure out if that's a good thing. On a larger scale, I'd say one of my most significant influences throughout my life has been Michael Jackson. Despite all of the negative things people have to offer about him, I have been a fan of his music since I was in elementary school, and have always had the greatest appreciation for his attempts to be the most genuine version of himself, and his complete disregard of those who tried to change him. In the simplest form, he made his greatest efforts to truly be himself, and set a new standard for being a unique individual, which are qualities I am hard-pressed to find in others around me. In our small town, however, I have found a near endless amount of wonderful people and rays of sunshine who will bend over backwards to help me in all of my endeavors, and many of you are conveniently watching this video. Kenzie, Jess, Abby, Marie, Paul, Sadie, Kenzie, Emily, Alex, Gianna, Amara, Leah, Jill, and Miss Richie, I owe near all of my thanks to you, and I leave you with all of my love and good wishes. On the note of the most influential people in my life that have changed me personally, however, I would like to shout out to the one I didn't mention. I hope that when I watch this video many years from now, I will still be lucky enough to call her one of the most amazingly intelligent, confident, soul-inspiring, fire-igniting, love-filled, most supportive, most genuine person I have ever met. I truly believe that much of my growth and positive change can be attributed to her endless support, sense of creativity, crazy outfits, efforts to help me reach my full potential, and all-around beautiful soul. Kendall, I couldn't have done it without you. So I suppose I've learned a lot from the people around me. Be in pursuit of what sets your soul on fire, no matter what anyone else has to say. And always remember that truly great friends are not defined by the amount of time you have known them, but rather the amount of mountains they have climbed with you, the laughter they have brought you, and the eye-opening journeys they have taken you on. Who have I become? Before I begin trying to piece together words attempting to tell you something I have become, I'll save us all a little time. I truly do not think I will be able to answer this question truthfully, and I do not think we should be striving to find such a concrete answer. I believe that for every person who asks us who we are, there is something we wish to include in our description, but we fail to. I believe that every time we are asked this question, we fall into a vicious cycle of what-ifs and dwell on who we are not, and perhaps who we think we should be. I believe every time this question crosses our mind, who am I, there are 1 million answers we could offer, yet we stick to the answer that society has shown to be acceptable. I am a doctor, I am an engineer, I am a teacher, I am a student. I believe that to ask who we are right now is counterproductive, and the more important question to ask is who we want to be. That is where the most important answers shine through. I am not a doctor, but a lifesaver. I am not an engineer, but the foundation for future design. I am not a teacher, but an educator of the future generations, and I am not a student, but a lifelong learner and an influencer on the world. where do I hope to go? While I do not have an exact goal for my life, I do hope that I can overcome any challenges I encounter in my journey, and that I never fail to pursue my passions despite how much they may scare me. What theme is most relatable to me? Although we did not read The Great Gatsby this year, I found this story to be the most inspirational, and themes from the book have followed me throughout my life since I read it in my junior year. Past just this book, however, I have found a lot of great works in general from F. Scott Fitzgerald, and would like to end this video and leave you all with a small piece of my favorite quote. I hope you live a life you're proud of, and if you're not, I hope you have the courage to start all over again. AP Lit, I'll miss you all dearly, and I'm forever thankful for every wonderful thing you have contributed to this wild journey we call life. I wish you the best of luck, and I love you all.